In the late 1800s, a young girl's dead body was discovered and pulled out from the Seine River in Paris. The Seine River was considered to be a popular spot in Paris at the time for people who wanted to end their lives. Every year, the Paris River Police rescue a significant number of people from the waters of the Seine. The majority of suicides are committed by young women. Her age was estimated to be around 16 years old. There were no marks on her body or indications of assault against her. They concluded that the girl may have killed herself. Many rumors have surfaced over the years regarding her being murdered or accidentally falling into the river. Nobody knew her name, history, or what had led her to Paris that resulted in her death. Her beauty captivated the pathologist who performed the autopsy on her corpse, and he had created a mask casting plaster on her face. Her beauty is said to be exceptional that one man was so captivated by it that he created masks out of a sample of her white plaster cast face and sold them throughout Paris. The captivating mask of the mysterious dead girl was soon replicated in the likeness and sold in souvenir stores around Paris, Germany, and the rest of Europe. Eventually, they were placed on mantels, displayed in drawing rooms, and become a staple in all stylish bohemian homes. The mask's attractive smile enchanted poets, novelists, and painters. In painters' classes, her face was used as a model. She was taken to a Paris morgue and placed on public display alongside the bodies of other unidentified deceased for identification purposes. This was common practice back then to easily identify a loved one's body. In the 1880s, a completely different attraction, known as La Morgue, was regarded to be Paris' only free theater. It has a huge window where crowds would gather around to stare and gossip about the bodies. When the audience spotted her inside the mortuary, they gathered at the window to admire her beauty. She was never recognized. After a half-century of popularity, she was transformed into something different with the help of a man named Asmund Lerdahl, a Norwegian toymaker, who grew the mask's popularity. He began Lerdahl in the early 1940s. His firm was formed after a toy and publishing firm for children. Lerdahl began experimenting with plastic, then he discovered a synthetic plastic substance, now known as PVC, which was suitable for casting toys and dolls that were more realistic and natural than wood. Asmund Lerdahl was the father of one of the most popular dolls of the century, the Anne doll, which had the same face as the girl who drowned in the Seine. The Lerdahl Anne doll was awarded Toy of the Year and quickly became a bestseller throughout Europe. One day, his 2-year-old son nearly drowned. He rushed to help, removing the child's limp from the pool, and was able to drain the water from his airways. He gained some basic medical knowledge during the war. Soon after that, Lerdahl was approached by a group of anesthesiologists and requested a new doll to demonstrate a new resuscitation technique called cardiopulmonary resuscitation (CPR). Lerdahl reflected on the incident involving his son. While researching the design for his CPR training tool, he recalled seeing a mask on the wall of his grandparents' home and chose to create the death mask of an unnamed girl who was discovered drowned in Paris's River Seine. He also chose to give it the same charming expression. He believed that having a female mannequin was necessary since males in the 1960s would be hesitant to practice CPR on a male doll's lips. This is how the well-known CPR mannequin was created. Lerdahl, Lind, and Safar developed the world's first patient simulator, Resusci, which was introduced in 1960. In America, the mannequin was known as CPR Annie and was given the name Resusci Anne, which means Rescue Anne. Since the 1960s, Resusci Anne has not been the only CPR mannequin on the market. She is widely regarded as the first and most effective patient simulator and is responsible for educating hundreds of millions of people on how to perform CPR. She is the visage that many have kissed during CPR training and has saved over 1 million lives. Her identity is unknown to this day, but her image has spread over the world. She was simply known as Lincoln de la Seine, the unknown woman of the Seine, and the great philosopher Albert Camus described her as the drowning Mona Lisa. The end.